Hello student, I am an assistant professor Aparna Kedari. Today we are going to study the reactions of alkanes. The first reaction is halogenation. Under the influence of UV light at 200 and 400 degrees Celsius, chlorine and bromine react with alkane by replacing hydrogen. And the reaction continues as long as hydrogen atoms are available for replacements, rise to a mixture of products. Therefore, this halogenation means in this the when alkanes are allowed to react with chlorine in presence of UV light, then the hydrogen atoms is replaced by or substituted by the chlorine, and we get the mixture of products because the reaction continues as long as hydrogen atoms are available for replacement and gives rise to mixture of product. First is the methane when react with chlorine in presence of UV light, it gives methyl chloride plus HCl. Then second, again this methyl chloride react with chlorine in presence of methyl chloride, it will give methylene dichloride, then or methylene chloride. Again, this methylene chloride when react with chlorine in presence of UV light gives chloroform, and chloroform again undergo chlorination gives carbon tetrachloride. Therefore, we get the mixture of products. Then second is the mechanism of this free radical substitution. This mechanism of this halogenation is the free radical mechanism, and in this spaces free radical means in these spaces have no charge. Therefore, radicals are formed in this reaction, and radicals are electrically neutral, and they are formed by homolytic bond fission and have unpaired electron and electrons associated with them. They they combined with free other free radicals and or with molecules to produce large free radicals. The stability of radicals formed in this reaction, the stability of radical is in the order tertiary radicals are more stable than secondary radicals are more stable than primary radical. The chlorination of methane in presence of UV light, then the that is methane when react with chlorine in presence of UV light, it gives methyl chloride plus HCl. Then it involves three steps. It is radical mechanism and it involves three steps. First step is the chain initiation step. Second one is the propagation step, and third one is the termination step. First is the initiation step. In this initiation step, chlorine molecule undergo homolytic bond fission in presence of UV light give chlorine free radical. Here this bond is covalent bond, and in this this bond is formed by uh, sharing pair of electron. This chlorine shares one electron and this chlorine shares one electron, and this bond undergo homolytic bond fission. In homolytic bond fission, each atom retains its own electron. Therefore, radicals are formed in this reaction. These are chlorine free radicals. Then next step is, this is the first step, that is chain initiation step. Next is the propagation step. In propagation step, a chlorine free radical attacks the methane molecule to give methyl free radical and hydrogen chloride. Then this chlorine radical is formed in the first step, is react with this methane, and it gives the HCl plus methyl free radical, because here there is reaction between this chlorine and this CH bond. Then it forms HCl plus methyl free radical. In this there is formation of HCl, and this CH3 becomes CH3 radical. Then next is the methyl free radical attacks the chlorine molecule to yield the methyl chloride and chlorine free radical. Here this then react with this chlorine, and it there is bond formation between the CH3 and chlorine, and second chlorine retains its own electron, and that is chlorine free radical formed in this reaction. Then next is the termination step, and this step involves the formation of stable molecules by combination of radical. Then possibility of combination of this radical is chlorine radical combine with each other to give chlorine molecule. Chlorine and CH3 gives methyl chloride, and CH3 radicals gives ethane. This is the chain termination reaction or last step. Then next, with higher alkanes, even if the reaction is stopped at monohalogen stage, there is more than monohalogen derivative is formed. In this, the propane, in this propane, there are three carbon atoms. Out of this, one and third is the primary carbon atom, and the second carbon is secondary carbon atom. Therefore, in this, the two types of derivatives are formed, that is by substitution of this or by replacement of first hydrogen hydrogen atom present on first carbon, it gives the 1 chloropropane, and when the hydrogen atom from second carbon is replaced, it gives 2 chloropropane. The proportion in which monohalogen derivative is formed depends on the number of hydrogen atoms replaced according to Marconi's rule. The reactivity of hydrogen towards halogenation in this order is tertiary hydrogens are more reactive than secondary than primary, because in this reaction they gives, if then it gives secondary, then it gives secondary radical, and the stability order of this radical is tertiary radicals are more stable than second radicals are more stable than primary. In second case, the n-butane, again in butane there are two types of hydrogen, primary hydrogens and secondary hydrogen. The hydrogen present on first carbon and fourth carbon are primary hydrogens, because these carbons are primary carbons, and the hydrogen atom present on second and third are secondary carbons, because these two carbons are secondary carbon. Then by replacement of hydrogen on first carbon is 1 chlorobutane, and by replacement of hydrogen from second is 1 chlorobutane and 2 chlorobutane. Boiling point of this is 78.5 degree, and here so boiling point is 68 degrees Celsius. Here 2 chlorobutane is formed about 72%, and 1 chlorobutane is about 28%. That is because this is because the secondary the order of reactivity of hydrogen atoms towards halogenation is tertiary hydrogens are more reactive than secondary than primary radicals. Then isobutane. Next example is isobutane. Again in this isobutane there are two types of hydrogen and two types of carbon. These three carbon atoms are primary carbon atoms, and therefore the hydrogen present on that carbon atoms are primary hydrogens, and this carbon is tertiary carbon, and hydrogen present on this is tertiary carbon. Therefore, by replacement of this tertiary carbon atom is the major product. That is this is replacement of this product with replacement of third tertiary hydrogen. It gives 2 chloro 2 methyl propane about 36%, and 1 chloro 2 methyl propane boiling point 69%. Then bromination gives rise to, sorry, here percentage I think is river is here 64%. This the 2 chloro 2 methyl propane, and here is 36%, um, 1 chloro 2 methyl propane. There is printing mistake. Then n-butane, in by n-butane this bromine, again here are two types of hydrogen, therefore there is formation of two different alkyl halides. One is 1 bromobutane by replacement of primary hydrogen, and here second hydrogen there is for secondary hydrogen by replacement of secondary hydrogen, that is 2 bromobutane. We get to bromobutane about 98%. Here is the printing miss, product is 64%, and this product is 36%, because here the carbon hydrogen is tertiary hydrogen and here hydrogen is primary hydrogen. Then next is the combustion. Combustion is nothing but the oxidation. Alkanes on combustion with oxygen forms carbon dioxide, water, and it liberates heat. In general, this alkane react with oxygen, and it gives carbon dioxide plus water. Then methane, for example, methane when it undergo combustion, it gives water and plus CO2. Sorry, here is the CO2. CO2 plus water. Then next NC5H12 plus 8O2, it gives 5CO2 plus 6H2. Then hydrocarbons of different structures differ widely in knocking tendency. The relative anti-knock tendency of fuel is generally indicated by its octane number. For example, the N-heptane, it has a lower anti-knock property, and the octane number is 0. Isooctane has anti-knock property highest and its octane number is 100. Then alkanes and aromatic compounds, benzene, naphthalene, have higher octane number, and that is used as a increase of given petrol. Then the sulfur compounds, if present in the petrol, lowers the octane number, and hence it is very to remove the sorry, here it is important to remove the sulfur compounds from petrol, because the sulfur compounds if present in the petrol lowers the octane number, and therefore it is important to remove this sulfur from these compounds. Then next is the pyrolysis. Pyro means heat. It is the thermal decomposition of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons undergo thermal decomposition. Decomposition means suppose only one reactant is there and it gives product B and C. Suppose A undergo reaction or decomposition and it gives B and C. Decomposition reaction generally only one reactant is there, and this reactant undergo decomposition. The thermal decomposition of hydrocarbons with high molecular weight into smaller molecules in the absence of the air is known as the pyrolysis, and this process is useful in petroleum industry. The pyrolysis involves two types of reaction: cracking. The pyrolysis of alkanes, particularly when petroleum is concerned, it is known as cracking. And during this process, the carbon-carbon bond of higher alkane is ruptured, and one alkene and one alkane molecule is formed. Therefore, for example, in cracking, pyrolysis involves two steps: cracking, and second one is the dehydrogenation. And pyrolysis, cracking means the pyrolysis of alkane, and particularly when petroleum industries are concerned, it is known as cracking. Pyrolysis is called cracking, and during this process carbon-carbon of higher alkane is ruptured, giving alkene, one molecule of alkene and one molecule of alkene. For example, here when propane is heated at 600 degrees Celsius, then it get converted. This bond will rupture, and this fragment is converted into ethylene plus methane. Therefore, the cracking is the pyrolysis, that is thermal decomposition of higher alkanes, and in this process, the one higher alkane carbon-carbon bond will rupture, and giving the one molecule of alkene, one molecule of alkane. Then next is the example is N-butane. This is N-butane. Let's undergo cracking. Here is possibility of two products. The or four products. First one is the when bond will rupture here, then it gives the ethylene plus ethane, and when bond rupture at this first and second carbon, then there is formation of propene and methane. Then by using suitable catalyst, alkanes can be containing 6 or more carbon atoms may be catalytically cyclized. Then N-hexane under pressure passed over chromium trioxide, aluminum trioxide, and hence heated at 480 to 550 degrees Celsius gives benzene. Then N-hexane chromium trioxide when it is treated with chromium or heated with chromium trioxide and aluminum dioxide, where it is degree Celsius. Heated this N-hexane when heated in presence of chromium trioxide and dioxide at 600 degrees Celsius. It converted into benzene plus it removes four hydrogen molecules. The next reaction is the dehydrogenation. It is also pyrolysis, but it is also thermal decomposition. There are two types of pyrolysis. First one is the cracking, and when petroleum industry is concerned, it is known as cracking. And second is the type of cracking is the dehydrogenation. D means removal and hydrogenation means removal of hydrogen molecule. The process of formation of one alkenes and hydrogen molecule from higher alkane by rupture of CH bond is known as dehydrogenation. For example, propane on decarboxylation at 600 degrees Celsius gives propylene plus hydrogen. Here, the one hydrogen from this carbon and one hydrogen from this carbon is removed as a H2 molecule and it gets propene into propene. Single bond changes to double bond because we are removing two hydrogens from adjacent carbon. It is dehydrogenation at 600 degrees Celsius. Then N-butane when undergo dehydration at 600 degrees Celsius, then it get converted into 1-butene plus hydrogen molecule. This is all about reactions of alkanes.